Pranali from Shastri Nagar Municipal MPS Secondary English School. Last time we have done with nature scope of disaster, and we have seen the effects and types of disaster. Now today we will continue with the chapter in Science 2, chapter number 10, disaster management we were doing. Okay, so we will see the topic today, first aid and emergency actions. Means whenever you have seen many types of disaster, flood, cyclone, then famine, okay, different types of disaster and different types of disaster. There are example accident also, bomb blast. There are different kinds of disaster, forest fire. So we have seen many examples for disaster. Disaster can be major or it can be minor. Okay, so after disaster, what you can do to manage the disaster? So first aid is also important thing. What you can do to prevent or after disaster, you can help the victims and those who have affected by the disaster. So first aid and emergency actions which you can take and you can save the life of the people. Okay, we'll see. We face different types of major or minor disaster in our daily life. You can see the cutting or burning of the hand, okay, and burning of the house. So it can be major disaster or it can be minor disaster. We see or we observe, we practice in everyday life. Okay. So, what can be the example of different kinds of minor or major disaster? Accidents, stampede, injuries in fighting, electric shock, burns, heat shock, snake bite, dog bite, fire due to electric short circuit, epidemic of any kind of disease. There are some examples are given. Okay, minor or major kinds of we are facing every day. Here some signs you can see, signs to take precautions. In big industries or dangerous places, these signboards are put up. So you have to see and you have to follow the instruction because it can be dangerous for you. That's therefore the signboards are put up on that place. So see and follow the instruction. So flammable liquid, flammable gas, explosives. So these industries where the explosive materials are made, there these boards are put up. So you have to be careful in that area. You can see if you are not following the instruction properly, if you are smoking on that place, or if something fire or fire, so it can destroy many life. So you have to be careful. Precautions is better. Okay, so you should take precautions. Okay, now we will see main objectives of the first aid. I will tell you the definition. What do you mean by first aid afterward? First, we will see what are the objectives. Why we should do first aid. So see carefully, students. First of all, main objective of first aid first is saving life. Whenever any kind of disaster happens, our main objective is to save life of the people. Okay. So here you can see in the picture, the man is saving the life of the affected people or the victim. Next year, after burning, the man is pouring water on his hand, on the victim's hand. So, preventing deterioration of condition of victims or disaster. So, to make the condition better, he is helping the victim. Next, to take care of the victims, attempting to improve the health condition. So at your home also you are taking care of your family members. Okay, so like this, attempting to improve the health condition. If the victims is not well undergoing the situation of disaster, so at the time of this disaster, first aid can be done. So this also comes under the first aid objective, attempting to improve the health condition. Next, relieving the pain of the victim. Okay, taking first aid and relieving the pain. As you can see in the picture. Next, starting the process of rehabilitation means if it is more injured, if you can't do the first aid, if it is more injured, so you have to rehabilitate. You have to take that people to the safer place, means like hospital or care center. Okay, so that the people get treatment for that patient. Next, snake bite. You should know this knowledge. If a snake is biting, so what you have to do? You have to tie a rope or tie a cloth tightly above the infected area, affected area. Okay. So improving the tolerance. You have to make the victim calm, so everything will be fine. You have to give the relaxation to the patient or the victim or affected person. Okay, next we will see emergency actions. We have seen before also in disaster management that during the time of disaster, how the navy people or army people, okay, they are helping the people to rescue, okay, from the disaster. In emergency conditions, various transportation methods are used to transport victims and patients to safer place. Our main objective of this section is to save the life of the people, the victims. So anyhow they use any method, different kinds of method of transportation to reach the to reach to the victim and to save their life. The transportation method used depends upon the condition of the victim. So according to the condition of the victim, what is the situation of the victim, how he is or she is, so they are seeing the condition of the victim and they are transporting the victim to the safer place. Next, basic principles of first aid. Remember this very carefully. What are the basic principles of first aid? There are three basic principles. You can remember by the shortcut method ABC. Basic principle of first aid is ABC, means airway, breathing, circulation. So airway means keeping the victim at the relaxed place where the air is, it is airy place, so the victim get relaxed. Next, breathing. If is getting undergoes the any problem of breathing, so the mouth breathing is given by the doctor or the person those who are giving the first aid. Okay. Next is circulation. The on the chest it is pressed, okay, to get the proper circulation of the victim. Next, emergency actions. Based on the different situation, different actions are being taken. You can see in the picture, airway, breathing, circulation we have seen. Now next is different methods are there. How to carry the victim. Depending on the situation, there's a different method to carry the victim. First, cradle method, carrying piggyback, human clutch method, then pulling or lifting method, carrying on four method, chair, on four hand chair method, carrying on two hand chair method used by the fire brigade or stretcher. So depending on the situation, the person has to decide how to handle the situation, how to help the victim. So different methods are there to carry the victim and to rehabilitate the victim from the affected area and to save the life. Now we will see first aid. What do we mean by first aid? You can see the boy or the girl is providing first aid to the affected people or the victim. So first of all we will see what is the definition of first aid. This is very important. This can come in your exam. What is first aid? Okay, so you should know the definition. First aid is the first assistance. So first aid, that only explaining the word first aid is the first assistance or aid or treatment given to a patient in an emergency situation before formal and appropriate medical help is available. Means before going to the this hospital or to the clinic, before whatever first assistance, first aid, first treatment what you give to the victim or the people or the patient in emergency situation, that is called as the first aid. So remember this. If you want, you can take screenshot for your exam. You can remember this definition. First aid is the first assistance or aid or treatment given to a patient in an emergency situation before formal and appropriate medical help is available. Okay students, we'll go to the next. Take screenshot if you want. This will be beneficial for your exam. Remember this definition to write in your exam. Next, it is essential to have material necessary for first aid with us. Now understood first aid, okay, but which material should be there in the first aid? Okay, we will see which materials are necessary, very important for the first aid, what we should have in the first aid kit. Okay, the box you can see, that is called as a first aid kit, and in that first aid kit, first aid materials are very necessary. So which materials are necessary, we will see in the next slide. Okay, you can see here first aid material, bandage strips of different sizes, bandages, you must knowing the bandages, if you get hurt in everyday life you take bandages from the shop. So this bandages strips of different sizes should be there in the first aid kit. Wound gauze, then triangular and circular bandages, medicated cotton, hand gloves, clean and dry cloth pieces, soap, antiseptic, safety pins, blade, small pins, needle, band-aid, torch, scissors, thermometer, petroleum jelly. So if somebody is asking you, or if the in exam it can be asked what are the first aid materials, or what are the materials present should, or what are the materials necessary for the first aid kit. So these all materials you should remember: bandage strips of different sizes, wound gauze, triangular and circular bandages, medicated cotton, hand gloves, clean and dry clothes pieces, soap, antiseptic, safety pins, blade, small pins, needle, band-aid, torch, scissors, thermometer, petroleum jelly. So remember all these materials should be there in your first aid, and it is very important to have the first aid at your home and at your office place. You must be having at your home some bandages, some bandages or scissors and antiseptic. So this all whenever you require, you should make one box as a first aid box. Take one box, if you don't have, take one box, make it as a first aid box, and keep all these materials what we have studied just now in that first aid box. So whenever something happen to your family or to you, in case in emergency, you will get everything at one place. So it will be not chaos for that what is kept where. So if everything is there at one place, so it will be good for you. Many of you are having first aid at your home. Those who don't have, make it. This is very useful thing which we should keep at your home, and those who are in the office they keep. And in school also you must have observed the teachers or the principals, they are keeping the first aid at the school. If somebody or some student get injured, so they are giving the first aid treatment. Okay, next we will see mock drill. What do you mean by mock drill? So remember this definition, this can ask what do you mean by mock drill. So mock drill is a practice to check the preparedness of facing the disaster as early as possible. Means you must have observed in your school also, this is provided the practice for the mock drill, how to extinguish the fire. You have no, at your school fire extinguishers are there at school, in rickshaw, in bus, or many places, in hospitals. These fire extinguishers are there. I will show you the picture of fire extinguisher. You must be knowing, but I will show you. So mock drill is a practice to check the preparedness of facing the disaster as early as possible. So many times this training is given at school. You can see the picture, mock drill practices. So the officers or some police officers, they are providing the, or some NGOs are also providing this facility or the practice for the this how to extinguish the fire, okay, and how to fight, or how to prevent, or how to help during the disaster in emergency situation. You can see here activities during mock drill. So these are all given by the NGOs or the police officers. You can see such activities are also arranged by the police force, and voluntary organization like NGOs are also providing this practices. Okay, so first you can see extinguishing the fire. This is also comes under the mock drill. So that students are being given or at the office places also, at school also, NGOs or boss, they provide the facility, they give the practice how to extinguish the fire in emergency. You should know that knowledge. Next, rescuing the people trapped at higher floors or of buildings. So how you can remove the people, those who have got stuck on the higher floors during the emergency situation. Next, rescuing the persons whose clothing have catched fire. So if there's a fire has been started over there, or the place has got fire, so how to rescue the people at that place. So you can see in the picture, and you can see in the hand, the girl is handling the fire extinguisher. This you must be having in your school. You must have observed it in the hospital, at different places it is kept ready. So in emergency situation they use this fire extinguisher. Okay, so these are the activities during the mock drill: extinguishing the fire, rescuing the people trapped at higher floors of building, rescuing the persons whose clothes have catched fire. We'll see the next. Okay, objectives of mock drill. Why we are doing mock drill practice? Why this mock drill practice have been given to the different NGO, by the different NGOs, to this different schools, to students, to the person workers, they get this mock drill practice. So what is the aim, what is the objective of this, why we are giving this practice? So see, first one, evaluating the response to the disaster. You should be very quick. So if any kind of disaster, you should know what you have to do, how you have to handle that situation. Next, improving the coordination between various departments of disaster control. There are different departments are there. Okay, in one factory there are different departments they are working. So how to coordinate in between this disaster situation. Next, identification of own abilities. You should know what you can do at the time of disaster. So these mock drill practices are given so to know yourself, to know your abilities. So at the time of disaster, how you will behave, how you should not panic. You should, how you should behave, how you should give response to that kind of disaster. So that is important. So that's why these mock drill practices are given. Next, checking the competency of planned action. Competency means whatever you are planning. If this happens, so I will do this quick action. So how this is working, it is going to be work or not. So that all practices are being given. So that is mock drill. Now important things what you have to remember: in your everyday life you observe many things, many disaster, whether it is major or minor, means small or it is big. So important things you have to remember in your everyday life, so that you can come out of the disaster or you can fight with the disaster. Should remember in your everyday life. You can see here, do not chaos and push each other while using staircase in the school. So in your school, when your school was working, when you are in regular school, so you must have observed the many students are pushing each other and got hurt by because of this. Okay, some are doing purposely or some during the playtime got hurt. So how you, so you should remember, do not chaos and push each other while using staircase in the school. Go slowly, go in a discipline. Okay, so you have to remember this, because small things make a big thing. If you take care, it will be better for you. If you do not take care, it will be very harmful for you. Next, always remember important helplines and use them as per need. Okay, so you must be knowing all this, most of the things. If there is something happening, robbery or something is happening, that also come under the disaster. So whom to call? You have to call police. So what you have to dial? 100. Okay, many small students also, they know that we have to call police, we have to dial 100. So remember these all helplines. In emergency, you should remember the numbers. And these numbers are very small because if 10-digit number you find difficult to remember. So they have made very easy for you. Only 3-digit number you have to remember. 100 for police, 101 for fire brigade. If it is catching fire for at some places, so you have to call fire brigade and you have to dial 101. So immediately they will come to the place. Next, ambulance. If somebody got injured very seriously, so you have to call ambulance in emergency situation. So you have to call 102. Okay. Next, disaster management cell. If there something is disaster is happening like flood, cyclone, volcanoes, so you can take the help of disaster management cell. So for that you have to dial 108. These are common: police, fire brigade, police 100, fire brigade 101, ambulance 102, and disaster management cell. Remember, you have to dial 108. Next thing, this is also many disaster happens at road. You must be knowing road accidents. Many of the people they lose their life because they are not following the traffic rules properly. So follow the traffic rules. Look at the left and right side while crossing the road and ensure that any vehicle is not passing by. Okay, so you can drive at road safely. So those who are driving also they should take care, and those who are walking also they should take care and follow the traffic rules properly. Next, you can see the boy is touching to the bag. Okay, so if something is kept which you don't know what is there in that thing, so don't touch. Do not touch any unclaimed object. Means if it is not yours, don't touch. You can inform the railway authority if somebody is coming like TC to for the ticket checking. So you can inform them that this is the unclaimed object. It is kept for many hours here, so please take it away. But don't touch, because it can be bomb or it can be anything. So don't touch the unclaimed object which is not yours. Okay, so keep only take care of your things. Don't touch the unclaimed object which is not yours. Next, you can see, do not spread rumors, do not make chaos at the crowded places, because on the crowded places if you are making chaos, so it will lead to the many lives can lose because of this stampede and all. So you have to take care during this time at the crowded places. Be careful, be safe, take care of your things, because many times the robbers they take away your things. So whenever you are traveling or whenever you are going somewhere where there is a place is very crowded, take care of your belongings and take care of yourself and have a safe journey. Okay students, this is the time of evaluation. I will ask you the question whatever we have studied just now about the first aid and emergency actions. So first question students is, what is meant by first aid? Yes students, can anyone tell me the definition of first aid? Yes ma'am. Hello.
Assistance or the aid given to the victim
Yes students, before yes students, before giving answer,
Ma'am,
your name, who is answering? Who is answering?
I'm Gulam Ghosh.
Okay, Gulam Ghosh. Okay, say beta, what is meant by first aid?
The first medicine which I use to repair the body. Mine is
Today voice is not breaking so much. Yes, say again beta, not properly audible.
the first medicine which are given to the accurate person which has been harmful.
Miss, can I say?
Yes, other. Yes, Alaika is there.
Yes, Miss.
Alaika, say.
First aid is an emergency care of treatment given to a sick or a injured person until proper medical treatment is available.
Okay, very good. This way also you can write. So for the meaning should be same, that you are giving the first treatment to the person before reaching to the hospital. Okay, or any medical help. Okay, good. Next, which are the basic principles of first aid? Told you the shortcut you have to remember. What?
ABC.
Ma'am,
Airway,
ABC.
breathing, and
Who,
circulation.
wait, beta. Who has not answered? Give me your name. Yes. Who want to answer? Who has not answered?
ABC.
Yes, who was answering just now? Tell me your name. Tell me your name, beta. Tell me your name, beta.
ABC, which
Yes.
stands for airway, breathing, and circulation.
Who is answering just now?
Pranita.
Today mic is not. Pranita. Okay. Say, beta. Which are the basic principles of first aid?
Yeah, the basic principles of first aid are
ABC you
airway,
said.
breathing, and
Okay. What is the
circulation.
full form of ABC?
Airway, breathing, and circulation.
Yes.
Airway, breathing, and circulation.
Uh, airways, breathing, and circulation. Okay.
And
Okay. Okay.
circulation.
Next, what are the main objectives of first aid? You can say two, three also. Two, three also you can say. What are the main objectives of
Ma'am,
first aid? Who want to answer?
ma'am,
The main
to
objective is to
recure the
save lives.
person.
Not audible,
To
beta.
recure the person.
To rescue the, to cure the person, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
The saving the lives, saving the pain,
To
improving
save.
tolerance,
Okay, improving the tolerance. Okay, okay, fine.
protecting the unconscious.
Okay, next. Which materials should be included in first aid kit? You can tell two, three also. It's okay. Which materials should be there in the first aid kit? Who want to answer? Those who have not answered.
Bandage.
Who is answering?
Teacher, bandage,
Ma'am,
Say your name.
bandage, Dettol, scissor.
Say your name. Say your name.
ma'am,
Help.
Gayatri.
Gayatri. Okay. Say beta. Gayatri.
Ma'am, bandage,
Hmm. Yes.
scissors,
Yes.
torch,
Yes.
and
Hmm. Yes. Cloth pieces.
medicines.
Yes. Medicines.
Yeah,
और
ma'am, pieces.
yes.
And etc. मैम आपने टू थ्री बोला ना.
Yes. Yes. What? Yes. Yes. You said two, three. It's okay, na. Fine. I'm asking like that only. That you can say more also. No problem. Okay. Antiseptics, pains. There are many things. Okay. Good. Next. What is
Yeah,
meant by
ma'am.
mock drill?
Mock drills are a way of checking the preparedness of facing a disaster. During
Say,
mock drills, an apparent situation is created to check the reaction time and the type of response.
who is saying this answer?
Saifunisa.
Huh? Saifun.
Yes,
Okay, say beta. What is meant by mock drill?
mock drills are a way of checking the preparedness of facing a disaster. During mock
Yes.
drills, an apparent situation is created to check the reaction time and the type of response.
Okay, okay. Means it is a checking for the preparedness for any kind of disaster. Okay, good. Next, which helpline number you will dial for disaster management cell?
Ma'am, 108.
Who answered this answer?
Khushi from Tilaknagar
Kushi,
MPS.
Kushi. Okay, okay, fine, good. Good students, you all are very good attending the state level lecture, and you are also participating very well, and you are answering also very well. All the best to you for your exam and for your good future. Now we will see the video, students. How much? 15 minutes are there, so we will see the video on the Top Score app. Okay, students, we will see the video for this first aid. Okay.
First aid and emergency actions. We face different types of major or minor disasters in our daily life. Stampede, injuries in fighting, electric shock, burns, heat shock, snake bite, dog bite, fire due to electric short circuit, epidemic of any disease, etc. happen around us. Most of the disasters are accidents. However, sometimes we have to face disaster due to our own unawareness. Many times there are symbols indicated to avoid mishap. If these symbols are ignored, possibility of occurrence of disaster increases. Victims of disaster need to be offered some primary help before actual medical treatment becomes available. This immediate aid provided is called first aid. Main objectives of first aid are saving lives, preventing deterioration of condition of victims of disaster, attempting to improve the health condition, relieving the pains, starting the process of rehabilitation, improving tolerance, and protecting the unconscious. In our previous grades, we have studied about the types of first aid to be offered to the persons injured in disasters. I'm sure that knowledge is useful to you for offering help to classmates and people around you facing any disaster and injuries therein. Here, some pictures of some disasters are shown. Considering your previous knowledge, can you tell which precautions one can take during these disasters? The first picture is of an earthquake. During an earthquake, the first thing you need to do is not to panic. If you are indoors, then always move against a wall and duck under a table or desk to protect yourself. Stay away from glass windows. Do not use elevators. If you are outdoor, move to a clear area where no big trees, electric poles, etc. are nearby. Do not drive during such situation. In case of the second situation, that is fire, which is shown in the image, one should immediately evacuate the place and call 101 for immediate help. In case of a snake bite, one should not panic and immediately tie a cloth tightly above the wound to prevent circulation of poison to other body parts and get immediate medical help. In such and any other emergency condition, various transportation methods are used to transport victims and patients to a safer place. The transportation method used depends upon the condition of the victim. Some pictures are shown over here. Can you explain the importance of each of these activities in disaster management? Basic principles of first aid is ABC: airway, breathing, and circulation. Airway is used when the victim has difficulty in breathing. Artificial breathing is provided when the victim has stopped breathing. And CPR, that is, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, is provided when the victim is unconscious. Cradle method is useful for children and underweight victims. Carrying piggyback method is useful for carrying patients who are unconscious. Human crutch method is used if one of the legs of the victim is injured. In this method, the victim is supported with minimum load on the other leg. Pulling or lifting method is used for carrying an unconscious patient through a short distance. Carrying on four-hand chair is useful when support is needed for the part below the waist of the victim. Carrying on two-hand chair is useful for those patients who cannot use their hands but can hold their body upright. This method is used by the fire brigade to carry the victims to safer place. Stretcher is used to transport victims or patients in any kind of emergency. We always say that whenever there is a disaster, first aid is essential. But to carry out first aid, one thing is very important, that is, the first aid kit. It is essential to have materials necessary for first aid with us. That material is available in the first aid kit. Along with this, it is also important to use whatever the material available in the given condition for first aid. Look, this is a first aid box. It contains all the materials necessary for first aid. It contains bandage strips of different sizes, wound gauze, triangular and circular bandages, medicated cotton, hand gloves, clean and dry cloth pieces, soap, antiseptic, safety pins, blade, small pins, needle, band-aid, torch, scissors, thermometer, and petroleum jelly. Such a first aid kit should be available in every house and workplace. Look at this scene. Here, mock drill is carried out by firefighters in a school. We can see a firefighter explaining a student about how to use a fire extinguisher. Here, different methods used to carry victims are also practiced. Come, let us learn about mock drill in more detail. Mock drill. Mock drill is the practice to check the preparedness of facing the disaster as early as possible. Virtual situation of disaster is created to check the reaction time for any type of disaster. Trained personnel observe their responsibilities to check the execution of plan designed for disaster redressal. This helps to check the efficacy of the system prepared for disaster redressal. Mock drill is arranged on disaster of fire in various schools by the firefighters. It includes the demonstrations like extinguishing the fire, rescuing people trapped at higher floors of buildings, rescuing persons whose clothing have caught fire, etc. Such activities are also arranged by police force and voluntary organizations. When such mock drills took place in your school, have you thought what can be the objective behind all this? You will get an answer to this question in this last topic of the chapter. Objectives of mock drill. Objectives of mock drill are evaluating the response to the disaster, improving the coordination between various departments of disaster control, identification of own abilities, improving the ability of quick response to disaster, checking the competency of the planned actions, identifying the possible errors and risks. Always remember, do not chaos and push each other while using staircase in the school. Remember important helplines and use them as per need. Follow the traffic rules. Look at left and right sides while crossing the road and ensure that any vehicle is not passing by. Do not touch any unclaimed object. Do not spread rumors. Do not make chaos at the crowded places.
Disaster management. Yes, students. Here we finish with this chapter number 10 in Science 2, Disaster Management. Okay. Write down in your exam answer properly, but with that you will apply this knowledge for your future. Okay, this is very important knowledge. You should spread, you should give to others also how they can fight with a disaster,